Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Brentwood, Tennessee again, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Garrett Beasley, for making this tour possible. Also, the builder, Kaeser Building, and I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, all I can say is wow. You have the high-pitched roofs, you see the lap siding and the brick. Now, you are going to have a spacious three-car garage right over there to the left, and then you see the long driveway. Now, as we do continue, you are situated on over an acre. You have the stone walkway that's going to lead you to the driveway as well as the street. Now, as we do continue, you have plenty of landscaping. Looks great, has great curb appeal. And I'll tell you what, once you're driving by it, I'm telling you, you definitely are going to turn your head. Now, as we do continue here, you see the brick continues to the covered front porch. Look how modern this looks. Now, you are going to have the downlighting surrounding the entire property. So you'll notice that throughout. And then you have the abundance of windows with the grids inside. Now, if you are hanging out here having a great time, especially on a Saturday morning, this is the perfect space to grab a coffee, right? And then look at this. You have the gas light fixture. Beautiful double doors with the glass panes. And let's go ahead and get you inside. Look how impressive it looks right when you walk in. Gorgeous light fixtures greet you right here in the foyer. Now you see that you have the white oak floors. That's going to continue throughout the property. And then I'll show you the front door from the inside. Beautiful. Now, right when you walk into the left, you have this spacious office. Look at the coffered ceiling. You see the abundance of windows here. You have transom windows as well. So a ton of natural light. So an incredible view, as you can see. I'll show you on this angle. See how wide it is. You have the painted baseboards, French doors as well. And then it looks great with the white oak floors. Perfect. So you're going to notice some gold accents throughout the property as well as some champagne bronze. Now you have the sleek floor registers here. And look at the powder bath. Look at the fluted front in your vanity, that wallpaper, and absolutely exquisite. Now, tucked over here, you are going to have your guest suite. Look at this. I'll pin you upwards. Look at the arch windows. You see the vaulted ceilings, gorgeous chandelier, candle style, and then a king size bed. Lovely. So the staging is absolutely impressive. Like I said, I made sure to leave all of the key information that you need in the description so you can go ahead and check that out. Okay, so as we continue to the ensuite, family, now you are going to have a spacious walk-in shower, zero threshold, my absolute favorite. Look at the champagne bronze. You got a shower niche here, and look at the way that complements the shower floor. Incredible. Now, as I turn your attention right over here to the left to our vanity, Taj Mahal quartzite counter, champagne bronze. Look at the gold sconces and the mirror frame that complements that Taj Mahal, even with the veins inside. Very impressive. Beautiful. So we are in Brentwood, Tennessee, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, only minutes away from I-65. So if you need to commute, you can pop on the freeway and get to your destination. Now, right to the right, you see our staircase here. Right underneath there, look at this massive storage closet. White oak floors, the matte black hooks, and then the storage shelving. Now, as we continue, I'll show you the great room in just a moment. You notice the arch feature, but look at the wood paneling ceiling, wide plank, and then you see the sconces on both sides. So a ton of neat features throughout. Now, once you enter inside of the dining room, you see that arch feature again, but look at the 12-foot ceiling. You see the transom windows and the wainscoting. Look at the beautiful wallpaper. You have built-in speakers. Wow, this is truly a home. So you're only a couple of steps away from the kitchen. We'll continue as if we're walking in for the first time to the great room. Lovely. So starting here in the great room, look at the pearl chandelier. Now you have the double built-ins with the arch feature. You see, you have a wet bar over there, perfect for hosting and entertaining. You even have a beverage center. You are going to notice the custom cabinetry inset style. That continues over there to the kitchen. I'll show you that momentarily. Now, taking a look at the fireplace. You have an Arca stone fireplace, herringbone pattern in the firebox, and the Rasmussen fireballs. And if that's not enough, you have some built-in cabinets. So you have the double sliding doors leading you to that backyard patio. We'll get to that at the end of the tour, so make sure you stay tuned. So folks are hanging out in here, having a great time, and you're prepping them a great meal. This is the perfect floor plan. Now, as I pan you upwards, you have the exposed beams. Not only that, you have a huge island. Look at the wood and how that complements the cabinets. Again, the inset style, you have prep space over here, overlooking the backyard. So if guests are hanging out there in the pool, having a great time, you have a view. Now, taking a look at the kitchen, the Arca stone vent hood continues. Inset style all the way over here, plenty of storage. You have a sink inside of your island. You do have a trash drawer. Look how massive this looks. And then a panel ready refrigerator, freezer, and dishwasher. Look at that. Now, as always, let's open up some of these drawers for you. Soft close mechanism, even over here to the left. You have your spice drawer. Now, as far as the appliances are concerned, you have Thermador, 6 burners, and a griddle. Look at the continued material for our backsplash. And then over here, let's take a look. And then you do have the separate refrigerator and freezer. So this one is refrigeration, and then the other one is the freezer. Now, as we continue back here, you do have your scullery. Look how huge this is. Beautiful. So now you see the secondary stainless steel refrigerator, even the stack cabinets here. Inset style continues here, two-tone. So you know you have the custom light stained cabinets inside of the kitchen. And then over here, of course, massive window overlooking the yard. You have your sink and a dishwasher. Oftentimes inside of a scullery, you don't see an island. So great feature, and I'm glad they included it. Incredible. So to the right is the dining room. What I want to turn your attention to is over here to the left. One of my favorite features inside of the property. Now, as you continue, you have the 12-foot ceilings, right? You have a quick access door leading you there to the driveway. And then right here to the right, you have a huge laundry room. So what's neat about the property is you're actually going to have washer and dryer hookups inside of one of the primary closets, and you have another laundry room on the second level. So you have a sink here, plenty of counter space. This is the laundry room, mudroom combination, as you can see. And then even those darker cabinets. Now, as I mentioned, you have a spacious 3-car garage. Look at the height of the ceilings. A quick access door over here to the left, tankless water heater, and just overall a huge space. Beautiful. So look at the long hallway here. Wow, this is leading you to your club room. As I turn your attention upwards, you see the barrel vaulted ceiling, something you don't see inside of a lot of properties, and it always is a great feature. Now you have the double doors here, iron, and that'll lead you right there to the backyard patio. So remember, you have a powder bath right when you walk in to the right, but then you have your second powder bath here, and you're gonna see why in just a moment. Beautiful white oak floors there, impressive. So as we continue here, look at the club room. Perfect for the pool table, some nice poker, and have a great time with family. You have vaulted ceilings, the candle style gold chandelier. You see the exposed beams. You have a clear story window above there, bringing in a ton of light. And then around that corner, you have that bar area. So look how seamless this floor plan is. Great job to the builder. Now, you see the pool and spa. You can open up these double sliders, hang out here. And remember, you have the double sliders as well in the great room. Beautiful. Look at that natural wood paneling here. Leather honed countertops, your beverage fridge, and then the sink over there. Gorgeous. And all throughout the property, the outlets are in the baseboards. So hopefully you are absolutely loving this property. We haven't even covered half of it at this point, right? We still have a lot to go. So hopefully you are enjoying it. If you are interested, make sure to reach out so that way you can take advantage before it's too late. Okay, so right over here to the right, look how discreet the primary suite is. Tucked over here, perfect for that sanctuary feel. Incredible. As I pan you upwards again, the built-in speakers, look at the gorgeous light fixture, the exposed beams there, tray ceiling design, and then you have a sitting area right here. So perfect to read a book, have a great time, just de-stress, relax, and even just have great conversations. Wonderful. And that is a king size bed. It may not look like that on the video because of how huge the bedroom is, but this room is extremely versatile. So depending on how you choose to stage it, it's going to determine how you best utilize the space, but it certainly can accommodate any size furniture. Now, heading inside of the ensuite family, look at the French doors. Now, I want to point out this, the fluted cabinet fronts and drawer fronts with the inset style. Absolutely exquisite. You have marble counters. Look at the pendant lights hanging down. And then look at this. You have the reeded design freestanding tub. Okay, so to my left, you have your water closet. You have two primary closets. I'll show you that in just a second. But I want to show you this. You have your towel closet tucked behind this door. Plenty of storage, even right up here. All right, so you have automatic lighting. So right when I walk in, it turns on. That's your slot for your washer and dryer there. Right above there, you have some cubby space. And then look at the shelving. So even though it's not floor to ceiling, because again, you have 12-foot ceilings in here, you still have a ton of space. And if this is your first closet, you are certainly good to go. Now, again, the common theme with the zero threshold, champagne bronze in here. You have a shower bench and shower niche. And look at that, perfect placement for the shower wand. Am I right? No need to strain yourself. Now, heading inside the second one, you have the closet island. Look at the pendant lights hanging down. You have a built-in bench on this side. Marble counters, and a ton of drawers. This is going to be the partial overlay, even on this side. Beautiful. So again, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. We still have a lot to cover. We'll get you up to the second level in just a moment. Give you a quick sneak peek of that backyard. Look how beautiful that is. And then you come right back out to the great room, and all of your family is having a wonderful time. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get you to the second level. So as we continue here, you have the staircase lighting, automatic. So right when you walk up, you see it is turning on. You have the white oak floors, even the white oak handrails. And look at all those windows. Beautiful. So we'll start right over here to the right, and we'll make sure to work our way around. Second, laundry room, as I promised earlier in the video. You have a folding counter here, plenty of space for a decent sized washer and dryer. Look at the tiling down there, wall-to-wall cabinetry, and open shelving too. So you had 2 bedrooms down, and the additional 3 are up here. First bedroom on the second level, extremely roomy and spacious. Again, the common theme that we've seen throughout the first level is the outlets and the baseboards. You have 4 windows with the grids inside, and then each bedroom will have their ensuite. So I know my audience will certainly appreciate that. So up here, you notice the Calacatta quartz with the gold veins and the chrome finishes. So that really goes well together, and I love to see it. Now, here you have your shower tub combo. The one thing I know you can appreciate is that you are going to have a walk-in closet. So good to see for the secondary bedrooms, am I right? Lovely. And they even included the shower niche. But look at that. It almost feels like a maze, right? You can get lost in some of these properties, which is certainly a good thing. Now, second bedroom on the second level here. White oak floors continues here. This is going to be overlooking the backyard. So from the second level, I'll show you how spacious it is. Look at that brand new fencing. You have that retaining wall right there. Impressive. Now heading right over here to the ensuite. So you are going to have the champagne bronze. Look at the high-end quartz, even the gold sconces, as well as the mirror frame. So the first one we had seen on the second level, as far as the bathroom, you have the shower tub combo. This one, you have a spacious walk-in shower. And look at that. To tell you the truth, this is almost the size of a lot of primary closets that we had the good fortune of touring this year. And this is for the secondary bedrooms. And then right down here, you have some attic storage. Well insulated too, so extremely energy efficient. Now the cool thing is, with a lot of properties that are over 7,000 square feet, you see where the square footage is utilized, right? Not only in the bedrooms, but as far as bonus rooms are concerned too. So right over here, you have a storage closet. Look at that, tankless water heater. So remember, you have one in the garage too. So I love to see it. Long hallway again, and look how impressive this bonus room is, family. So remember, you had the club room downstairs for entertaining, but if you wanted to take them to the second level, gosh, you can host 30, 40, 50 people without any challenges inside of this house. Huge. So you have the attic space right down there. Over here to the left, you see the wet bar with the beverage center, vaulted ceilings, huge windows, so a ton of light. Even straight ahead over there, look at that accent wall. Really add some character to the property. And then you see you have a bathroom here. So this one's a full bathroom. There isn't a closet, so it's technically not a bedroom, right? But depending on how you choose to utilize the property is going to determine everything, right? So floor to ceiling tiling, really neat. You see that glass as well. And then the quartz too. So gosh, I would definitely call this a ballroom. You know, you're having a great time having the family up here. You could probably do some tap dancing up here. I mean, although folks on the first level won't appreciate it too much. Okay, so almost done with the property. I'll show you right over here to the left. We'll continue, and trust me, we won't miss a thing. So now, this is extremely versatile too, right? Because if you wanted to use this as a study room, you know, a work station or anything of that nature, you have 3 slots right there. You can pull up some chairs and be extremely productive. Look at the board and batten style accent wall. Even the light fixtures right above there. You see the painted beams too. So extremely spacious. So gosh, you know, we talk about that. If you didn't use that room we just come out of with the vaulted ceilings, the huge room, if you didn't use it as, you know, let's say a media space or a game room or something of that nature, you can go ahead and use that as a nice gym. Now, last but certainly not least, one of the best rooms on the second level. Your arch windows, look at the natural light flooding just this room alone. You have the shiplap accent right there. You see the paneling for your ceiling, the candle style chandelier, the white oak floors. Look how light and vibrant the room looks. Absolutely incredible. So whoever gets this room, I tell you, they are certainly lucky. Now, here we go. We have matte black. I believe that's the first we've seen, at least on the second level, for the matte black hardware. Yeah, quartz counters, a generous size walk-in shower, and then the walk-in closet. Beautiful. So that about covers the entire property, family. I don't believe we missed a thing. I made sure to open up every nook and cranny. You know, I try my best to do it, even though sometimes I go back through some of these tours when I'm watching them before I upload it, and I might miss a thing or two. So hopefully that wasn't the case. I usually try to be as thorough as possible, so that way it is best for you. Okay, so again, if you didn't want to use the double sliding doors to the right, you can use this quick access door just to get you out there. If the kiddos are coming in and out, you don't have to worry about them smashing their finger. So now taking a look at the entertaining space here. Look at the floor to ceiling, stone fireplace around, the herringbone pattern in the firebox again. Look at that rustic look for our soffit back here. Built-in speakers continue from the inside to the outside. You see the lap siding here, so you can open the sliders up, have that indoor-outdoor flow we talk about often on the channel. Now, over here to the left, plenty of additional space. Not only do you have your built-in grill Look at that sleek vent hood, your beverage center, and then you have that sink. And then you have some bar space right along the counters to entertain some more. Beautiful. Now you already have your pool and spa ready to go. Perfect for entertaining and having a great time. Now remember, right here to the left was the club room. So if folks are coming in and out, they don't have to go through the kitchen or the great room. They can come right out here too. Now, in addition to the yard space that you had in the front, right? And then you had the huge driveway. But look at the space back here. So this is the perfect spot to raise a family, stay here 10, 15, 20 years, and just create some amazing memories. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Brentwood, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular home. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour. Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Nashville, Tennessee, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, David Binkley with Compass, for making the tour possible. As always, I'll leave all of the information in the description below. Now, we do have a 3-story property, family. The first time we've seen one on this channel in months, and I'm excited to tour it together. You have the dark brick exterior. Now, you are going to have a covered porch and a balcony right above there. Now, we are located on the edge of downtown, and in fact, you have a rooftop deck that takes advantage of the skyline perfectly. Wait till we see that. Now, as we continue, you are going to have the concrete walkway separated by the river rock. As we continue to the front door here, look at the modern light fixtures. You have the clean architectural lines, then you have the transom window and the matte black fixtures. Absolutely exquisite. Now, let's go ahead and get you inside of this beautiful property. Look at this. The common theme, warm and inviting. As I pan you upwards, you have the wide plank oak paneling right here and the wide plank oak floors down here. Very beautiful and complimentary. Now, right over here, you see the staircase. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the first level before we continue and go from there. Absolutely exquisite. Now, you are going to have the modern light fixtures and you'll see the LED chandelier once we head to the great room. Now, right over here, you are going to have your study. You got the double pocket doors here, an abundance of windows, 12-foot ceilings, and then look at the wallpaper. Beautiful fixtures and finishes. A lot of new development happening here, and the absolute plus is being in close proximity. Now, right over here, you have a powder bath. Let's take a look at that. Look at the color palette here. Even right here, how modern that translucent sconce is. You have the matte black mirror frame, and look at the custom cabinetry. Beautiful. Now, right when you walk in, you are going to have an elevator, and you are certainly going to use that more often than not. You don't have to worry about going up the stairs and getting a nice little workout, right? One of my favorite features inside of the property is this reading nook. Nice little lounge area, but they have built-in, so perfect for your book collection, hanging out here and relaxing. Now, if that's not enough, look at this. So you see the 12-foot ceilings continues here. You have the sliders leading to the patio. We'll get to that in just a second. Double-sided fireplace right there, floor to ceiling, that plaster finish. Now, you have the double doors leading you out to that covered porch that we had seen in the front. And then you have a wet bar here. So perfect for hosting and entertaining. Glass panes in the cabinet fronts. Beautiful. So you have a wine fridge and an ice maker. And look how open and spacious it is. So it really feels endless in dimensions, and that beautiful wood trim just is the cherry on top. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue right here to the kitchen and the open concept dining area. So starting right over here to the left, massive island, waterfall edge. Look at the plastered vent hood with that wood trim. That complements the cabinetry, and then you have two-tone cabinets. Paneled refrigerator and freezer. Let's go ahead and open up some of these drawers for you. So you have a dishwasher on this side, trash drawer on the left. Now you have the sink in the island that overlooks the patio and the open concept dining area. And then you get the view of the fireplace. Pendant lights right above your island. Miele appliances. Absolutely exquisite. All soft closing. You have the discrete outlets. Now here's a neat feature, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So over here to the left, you are going to have the freezer, but dead center in the middle, you have storage. And then your refrigerator. So let me know what you think about that. Now, if you are entertaining in the great room, there's a seamless transition over here to the dining area and the kitchen. So that's a great thing to see. Beautiful, very open, extremely spacious. You have the upper cabinetry as well. Exquisite. Now, right here to the left, you have a quick access door leading you to the side, and then a prep kitchen here. Stainless steel appliances, leathered countertops, and then the same cabinetry that we had seen. And they did add the under cabinet lighting, and that's definitely good to see. The subtle touches that really just brings the property full circle. Now, right over here to the left, you are gonna have your first laundry room. Plenty of space. Look at the checkered tile down there. This is a mud room, utility room combination. You are gonna have the pocket door. That beautiful modern look. And as I mentioned, I left all of the information in the description so that way you can check out the designer's portfolio, their track record. In fact, this is the second project that we've seen by Kaeser Building, and you folks absolutely love that. Now, since we're gonna end the tour on the rooftop deck, I'll go ahead and get you right back out here first and foremost. Now you have an outdoor fireplace. Look at the oversized mantle. The dark brick exterior continues here and the wood soffit. You have sliders that leads you to the primary suite. We'll see that in a little bit. And then look at the way this takes advantage of the pool right here. So again, I look at it from the perspective of entertaining and having a great time with the family. So everyone's all inclusive. As far as the conversation is concerned, no one feels left out and your guests are enjoying themselves. And then of course it wouldn't be complete without the outdoor grill. Awesome wood columns here. And again, you have multiple sets of sliding doors, so you can open that up to have that indoor-outdoor flow. Now, this is the two-car garage here. Pretty roomy and spacious. You'll see where that door leads in a little bit. You have a tankless water heater, and then that door brings you right back there to the mudroom and utility room. And then just to give you a quick reference, there you go. Perfect. So hopefully the property is flowing extremely well for you. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback. Now, before we head to the second level, we just need to see the primary suite. Now, this is a really neat feature too, because you have this long hallway here, a nice experience before you enter. Then you see the 12-foot ceilings, the painted beams, and the sliding doors over here to the left. Again, you can open those up depending on the weather, and then you have that indoor, outdoor living. Look how spacious the primary suite is. The modern chandelier. Look at the wood slat accent wall. You'll see that on the third level too. So you have your king size bed, your 2 nightstands, your dresser. You have a nice little bump out over there so you can add some decor before you head to the ensuite, which we're going to see right now. Beautiful. So you have the quartzite material, under cabinet lighting, custom cabinets. Then you have the dual sinks. You have a window right above the mirror, bringing in some light. Then you have those pendant lights too. Exquisite. Now, straight ahead, you have your separate tub surrounded by that quartzite. Now over here, there is going to be glass doors right here. So it'll be a nice enclosure so you don't have to worry about any spillage, but then you do have that oversized shower bench. Wonderful. Water closet over there to the right, and then our primary closet straight ahead. Look at the way that complements that white oak. Impressive. You got the built-in drawers. It extends right around there too. And then that was, or at least that is where your shower door is. Like I mentioned, they're finalizing some touches in here, but I had to get you inside. Wonderful. So we about covered the entire first level. Let's go ahead and get you to the second level. So you have 1 bedroom down here. You are going to have a nice studio right above your garage that has endless possibilities. So we'll see that in just a second too. Okay. So again, a nice color palette inside of the property, that modern look. Really love it. Now you have automatic stair lighting as you're walking up. There's your elevator, and we'll work our way around the perimeter. Now, before you head up the staircase here, look at the built-ins again. That beautiful oak paneling, surrounded by windows here. The coffered ceiling design. Look at the built-in speakers, modern light fixture here, plenty of space, even the outlet covers. So nice little discreet look. Now, straight ahead, that is a shared bathroom. So if you wanted to use this as a second study, you can certainly do so. You are going to have a closet, so this would be the perfect bedroom too. Let's go ahead and see. So this one, shower tub combo. Got the black trim. That matches over here for the vanity with the modern LED sconces. and mirror frame. So next bedroom here, plenty of space for the queen bed, the 2 nightstands, as I mentioned. So a full bedroom set fits perfectly in here. Now, at the time of this recording, the property is listed for just under 4.4 million. And I think you may find the value. So you have the separate closet over here. That is a walk-in closet. And let's go ahead and continue. Now, as always, we'll work our way around the perimeter. So in here, you have your HVAC system. And here is a loft area. So now you can head to the balcony here. And again, remember, you have the rooftop deck and you can see a sneak peek straight ahead. And we'll see that a little bit later on. You get a nice little glimpse of the skyline on this second level, but wait till you see that third story. Look at that. Plenty of space, as you can see. Perfect for hosting and entertaining. If some of your guests are afraid of heights, right? Maybe the second level isn't too bad, then this is perfect for them. Now, as I mentioned, right above the garage, you have this studio right here. So if you wanted to use this as a guest suite, you can do that. You wanted to use this as an exercise room, I can see that. Or just overall, a nice space to entertain. You have a wet bar over there, herringbone pattern backsplash, the leathered counters, shaker style cabinets. You got a beverage fridge down there. You have a full bathroom, so extremely practical to be a guest suite. Walk-in shower, beautiful finishes, and nice and open. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, once we were in the garage, I told you I was gonna let you know where that door led to, and that's right down here. Since we are here, let me just show you it. So brings it full circle. Now, you have that door leading you to the side yard. And there we go. So I just walked those other extra steps because I love you. So get a nice little workout in. So really cool feature. I know I get a couple comments about that as far as, you know, the studio right above the garage. I'd say 75% lean towards loving that feature. And, you know, the other 25% are, you know, a little iffy. But we can all agree that it would be nice to have. And then back here, look at that board and batten siding. So a nice complement to that dark brick. Okay. Next bedroom here. So this one feels endless in dimensions. So depending if you use that as a guest suite, then that's going to determine what you use this room as. But remember, there is an elevator, so it's not something where the in-laws have to walk up and down the steps. They can get upstairs with ease. Shaker style cabinets, modern sconce, walk-in shower here. And then you have a walk-in closet here. Beautiful. So I understand that the outside of this property is not something we see every single day. And really, you have to see it in person too. You know, once you're seeing some of these properties for the first time and you open your mind, you can really start to appreciate a lot of the architectural beauty inside of these homes. Now, you got the ensuite here, high level granite. Got your walk-in shower on this side. And then you have a recessed area here, perfect for some decor. Now, remember when we were first starting the tour, you did see the balcony right above the covered porch. So that's here. Absolutely perfect. So depending on whoever gets this bedroom, they get this incredible balcony. And then your second laundry room right here to the left. Beautiful accent wall too. Okay, so that about covers this level now. What you all have been waiting to see. I'm ready for you to see it. Now, I want to preface this by saying, before we head out to the rooftop deck, we're going to see over here to the right first. But you know I am afraid of heights. But like I mentioned, since I love you, we'll stand on the edge. Okay, so now heading here. Look at the abundance of windows. We've been seeing that common theme throughout. So the way this property takes advantage of the views is immaculate. Now, you have the wood slat accent ceiling right here. Modern light fixture. Plenty of space. You get that forest green look. So if you wanted to entertain, if you didn't want to use this as a bedroom, you could certainly use this as a club room. But you are going to have your full bathroom. We have a closet too. Elevator right here, and then the HVAC on this side. Now you have sliding doors here. You open this up. Look how massive the deck is. Glass railing. You see the river rock up here. You have a bar here to the left. And then you see that board and batten siding. Nice little storage closet here. And it extends all the way over there. Look how incredible the skyline is. And at nighttime, it's even better. So if your family, your friends are hanging out up here, having a great time, they probably wouldn't want to leave. You see the LED strip all along the railing too. And let's get to the edge. An incredible view. So this is the perfect location if you work downtown. Even if you work in Brentwood or any of the suburbs, you can get in and out with ease. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. Look at that incredible backdrop. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. It's not something that we see every day on the channel, so I hope you appreciate it just as much as I did. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week, and I'll see you folks on the next property tour.